What's going on, guys? All right, so back yet to another tutorial, and this time we said we're going to be talking about the switch case. Now, to better understand the switch case, I'm going to take us back to a tutorial that we had, which was, let me just say, the if statement. Why? Because the if statement and the switch case are somewhat similar based on the choices that they require and the things that they require. So I'm just going to create my scanner, new scanner for system.input, like that. Now, to better understand the switch case, I'm going to write a basic if statement or a basic system. So let's just say system.out.println, and then I'm going to say press 1 for, let's say, car, right? Copy and paste. We want to save time, right? So press 1 for car, press 2 for a house, and press 3 for a boat, right? Now, obviously, after you do this, you need to grab the input. Now, we are going to utilize a variable, which is a character variable, and let's call this input choice again. Yes, let's just call it choice, and it's empty. So we are going to say choice is equals to gym.next, and because it's a string, but the character at position 0, like that, right? Which means that it is going to ask the user to enter and whatnot. Within our if statement, we would now just have to say if choice is equals to number 1, then we can say system.out.println. Let's say a statement like you have won a, I need to put my quotes. You have won a car, right? This is if the choice is 1. But if the choice is not 1, then it's else if the user's choice is equals to, let's say, 2, then we can say that statement, but you have won a house, and else if the user's choice is equals to 3, then we can say you have won a boat. To some degree, I feel like this is just the same as what we did prior, but I just want you to understand the switch case better. So if the choice is not 1, 2, 3, then we can say wrong choice. All right, so this is how a basic if statement works, right? So I'm just going to add a comment and say if, or let me just say nested if. But then how does a switch case work? Now, a switch case works the same way an if statement works, but to some degree, some might argue that it has less code. So for us to utilize a switch case, we would now have to say switch. All right? Now, when we're switching, what are we switching? we are switching the first key thing, which is the choice. Or in other words, we are saying that the switch case, or let me say the switched item, is the one to be taken through the choices. So we would say switch the choice that the user entered. Now, when we switch the choice that the user entered, how then are we switching it? We use what you call cases, hence why it is called a switch case. So we would now then have to say, all right, so case, what case if whatever is entered was 1? Then we can say that statement. Right? Now that's it. For us to give it a second option, we'll just say case number what? 2 with a colon. You have won a what? A house. Well, case number 3, you have won a boat. And lastly, case, well, this case, since it has got no specific number, we don't call it a case, but we can call it a default. Oof, my bad. Spelling errors. Like that. And then we can just say wrong what? Choice. Now, when you look at them in code, the switch case looks shorter as compared to the if statement, but whilst achieving the very same goal. Now, one thing that occurs with cases is because there are multiple cases, a case can spill into the next one. So just like unlike an if statement whereby you know where it starts to where it ends, for a case not to spill into the next statement, we use what you call a break clause, like what I had mentioned within the while loop earlier on. Now, how do you go about it? Whilst you are within the case that you want it to stop at, or at the last part of the case, you can just tell it break. Just like that. So meaning that when it executes case 1, it will print out that statement, and when it sees the break, it will stop and not execute whatever is following it after that. So for us to be sure that it won't do the same thing for case 2, we also add a break for case 2. We also add a break for case 3. Now, because we've got nothing to add within the default, or the default is our last case, we don't need to add anything within the default case. It can just stay the way it is. Now, mind you, the switch case performs the very same way which the if statement works. Let's test it out in the last few minutes of this tutorial. I'm going to comment it out so that you can see what I'm referring to. All right. So if currently after commenting it out, it means we've got the if statement working. So if I run our code, it is going to ask me, all right, let me stop this and rerun it. Press 1 for a car. If I press 1, it will tell me I've won a car. If I rerun it and press 3, it will tell me I've won a boat. And if I rerun it and press a number that is not between 1 and 3, let's say 7, it will tell me what? Wrong choice. This is how a basic if statement works. But then how does then a switch case work? Based on the same way we did an if statement, we did the switch case. So I'm just going to uncomment it. Then I'm going to run it. Press 1 for car. If I press 1, it goes into car, as you can see, and then it stops automatically. If I press 6, which doesn't exist, it will tell us wrong choice and automatically stop, despite it not having a break, because there is nothing after the default close, which is always the last. If I press 4, still wrong choice. If I press 2, it'll tell me I've won a what? A house. Now, just to add, I want to remove how our break statement is, or so that I show you the purpose of the break statement. I've removed it only on case 1. So if I run, then press 1, it'll tell me I've won a car, but automatically continue to case number 2, which is I've won a house, which is not what I asked for. So the purpose of a break is to stop the switch case from executing other cases once it's done with its own systems. Thank you so much for meeting me on this tutorial. Let's meet again in our next Java tutorial.